Guys, I'm out here in Sun City Festival today, and I'm going to give you 5 pros and 5 cons of living in this community and this area. So stay tuned and make sure to smash that subscribe button. And I'd love to know what you think of the video and what you think are your favorite pros, and if you really think the cons are cons. All right, I'll be right back. Hi, I'm Kelley Norton, your AZ Realty lady at EXP Realty. Count on me for all things Arizona real estate. All right, so one of the pros, and sorry, it's a wonderful sunny day. It's actually here in November, it's 75, but the sun is always shining here in Arizona. So I don't have my shades on, so sorry if I'm squinting, it looks like I'm sleeping. I'm not, of course. But anyway, one of the major pros, I should say, of living in Sun City Festival is all the walking trails, the biking trails. You have them within the community, but you also have them in the desert, and it's absolutely stunning. You have the White Tank Mountains, lots of trails. You'll notice as you drive into the community, a lot of people out on their bikes. You can do mountain biking. You can also do street biking. You see a lot of people doing the street biking around here too, because it's just miles and miles of straight road. Okay, so one of the cons of living in this community is going to be the distance. So one thing is, if you want to have a hospital right nearby or a medical center, it's going to be at least 15 to 20 minutes. You have to go into the Surprise area or through the back way over to the central kind of southern area of Buckeye. So you really don't have a major medical center or hospital right nearby. So if it's important to you, definitely keep that in mind. Now, another con for similar reasons is going to be not having your Costco, not having a big shopping center, not having grocery stores right nearby either. Again, as you saw in the video, as we drive in, you are about 15 minutes outside of Surprise, so you're driving for a while there. So the only thing you really have right here is going to be your restaurant that's on the golf course, which is great. But I mean, if you eat there and that's the only place you go, you might get sick of it. So definitely keep in mind, it's a little bit of a drive to get out to restaurants, shopping. There is one gas station nearby in the community right on the corner, but that's it. So certainly keep that in mind. That could be a certain con for most. So another amazing pro about Sun City Festival is you have Festival Park literally right across from the main street that goes through the community. So, and actually here's a prime example of it. We have a golf cart coming up. Hi. And so a lot of times you have people that live over here that have their family that, you know, if they don't qualify to live in the 55 and up, they'll live over here in the community, and then grandparents will live across over in the age restricted so that they have all their clubs and all their amenities that they like. So it's really awesome. You'll see people meeting over here to be with their grandkids. You can either have your family living over here on this side and then you over here in the age restricted, or when your grandkids come, they can check out this amazing park. There's a splash pad, there's bathrooms, and there's just so much to do at this park. And they also do softball, so lots of amenities here. All right, major pro here is the golf course. So you do have a golf course here in the community. It's definitely a public golf course. And they do say that the residents can get early tee times. You'll have to check out the con, because there is also a con to the golf course, but it is certainly a pro to have a golf course right in your community. And there's an awesome grill, and I will put a photo of their menu on here too. So it's great. There's a restaurant right here at the golf course, and 27-hole golf course. So check it out. So just in case you are a soda connoisseur, I gotta tell ya, they only serve Pepsi. I'm a Coke girl, but hey, if you like Pepsi, this is your place. A definite bonus pro for this community would certainly be all of the amenities. So you have sports courts, you have the gorgeous pool, indoor running track, a great spa that overlooks the gorgeous sunset and all of the mountains and desert area. There is a fitness center, a spin room, and of course, all of the clubs that are hosted here at the community. All right, so one of the cons to the community here is going to be one section. Now remember, this is just one section. So out of a total of 7,000 homes in the future, right now there's only about 4,000, but by the time the community's built out, 7,000 homes, and there's one section that has these power lines that run through. So in Arizona, you're gonna find the above ground power lines out in these desert areas, and that comes to a surprise for a lot of people. So one thing just to keep in mind, so it could be a con, mostly because if you back to those, there's a fair amount of people that are afraid of them, whether there's truth behind the fear or not. I don't know, I'm not gonna get into that conversation, but it can affect your resale price. So sometimes when you back to power lines, you can be reducing your price anywhere from 10 to 15% to get people to find interest in it. So definitely something to keep in mind. Also, even though it might be a con, for a lot of people, if you have power lines, that usually means that there's no neighbor behind you. So it kind of just depends what's important to you, right? So they're kind of ugly to look at. You could have the potential concern of EMF, which some people have, but usually you have wide open spaces. So in this community, you happen to have a golf course right there. So it's kind of like, all right, well, which one is more important or a bigger concern? Which one wins? You have to make that decision for yourself. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments too. Let me know, do you have fear of power lines? Would it affect your purchase? So I've heard from a lot of people that it would, but I would love to hear your feedback on that as well. So one of the great pros about Sun City Festival is the fact that you have new builds and you have homes that are built from 2006 all the way to present. So if you want a brand new home and you want to be able to pick out and customize everything, you can do that here. So remember, you do need to have your real estate agent present with you when you walk into the models for the very first time. So let me know, because I'm happy to walk you in, register you, and really guide you through that process. So this area that we're walking in right now was one of the first neighborhoods that was put in. So this is earlier in the mid 2000s. And then as you go further north into the community is when it gets to be within the last 5 to 7 years. And then all of the new construction is primarily on the south side of the Sun Valley Parkway. And then there's also a section that's a little bit to the west that's on the south side or the north side as well. So a little bit on the north, a little bit on the south, but definitely over to the west. And we'll walk down the street here. We'll just give you a little look at some of these houses. And I should mention to you another pro. There's a lot of pros, but one more pro is at night, you can actually see all the stars. So if you are someone that likes astrology, this is definitely a great spot for that. So one of the cons that a lot of people don't talk about is kind of the stuff you'll look, if you Google complaints about Sun City Festival, it's something that you'll hear. There's been some residents here that are a little ticked off. They feel like they were promised a larger golf course than what was delivered. So if you were to Google that or check that out, or sometimes you see people out here picketing, they feel like for the amount of homes that are going to be put here, that there's not going to be enough space for everybody that wants to golf. And they do say that there's a little bit of a struggle getting tee times. And so with only a 27 hole course, and a lot of them were told that there would be, you know, in the 30s or 40 holes of a golf course, that's a concern for a lot of people. And, you know, you just have to decide what you think is an issue or isn't an issue. No matter where you are or what you're doing, there's always somebody that may complain about something. So you just have to see if it's an issue for you. Also, there's some people that said that they were promised to have 3 different community recreational centers, and in fact there's only 2. So that's another thing that there are some complaints about. So those are the pros and cons. And if you have any other questions about the community, please call me or text me. It's the best way to reach me. And I'd love to know what you thought about the pros and cons. Is there something maybe that I didn't put in there that maybe you find as a pro or a con about this community? So share your info in the comments below. It really means a lot. It also helps out my channel. And please smash that subscribe button and also the bell so you'll be notified when I put up new videos. Again, Kelley Norton, your AZ Realty lady. Till next time, guys, take care. Bye.